Well, we're certainly in game prep mode with the team and staff, and excited about the opportunity to go down to Auburn. It's going to be an unbelievable challenge for our team. We know they're going to be playing hard and excited about the game, but we're certainly going to do those same things as well. I think the excitement level around the program is very high, and today and tomorrow the plan is to improve and get better and see where it goes.
How many guys do you feel like you play 10 guys tomorrow? Just wait and see.
We'll wait and see. We'll wait and see. I do think we'll play a lot of guys, and I think I'm hoping our depth can be a positive for us, like it was in the exhibition. But a lot of those kind of things will be in-game adjustments and that kind of thing. But I do again think that we will have a lot of different lineups on the floor and play with good depth.
A great test to open up the season with a big crowd, big environment on the road.
It is, and I wanted to challenge this team in a lot of different ways, and this is a pretty big challenge right out of the gate. We want to build on the momentum from last year, but also understand that this is a singular game that will be looked at the end of the season as a singular game. But having said that, there is an understanding of that it is an in-state rival. An understanding that this is a big series and important, but at the same time we also understand our goal today and tomorrow is to improve and get to the point that we're going to put our best showing out there, and hopefully that'll be good enough.
For the first game of the year, what's your opinion on playing a big hostile game like this as opposed to maybe some random cupcake?
Well, I think it's good for our program right now, and when we look at our schedule every year, there's only so much you can control, but certain things you can control, and we wanted to test our guys early and get on the road and test ourselves on the road. And this obviously we keep saying it's going to be a big time challenge, but our team, when we talk to them in the off season, they want to be challenged. As a staff, we want to have a big time schedule and put ourselves against the best we possibly can.
Obviously, you guys will evolve throughout the year, but what do you need to see on Friday to be optimistic about the rest of the season?
Well, as much as anything, I want an overall good performance. To have success down there, we're going to have to play with a great deal of poise. We're going to have to match their energy and enthusiasm. We're going to have to handle the basketball without turning it over, especially against any press that they throw out at us. And then offensively, I really want to see us start executing. We've spent a lot of time in the summer and this preseason working on our offensive execution, and I want to see if we can get some of that done and get easy baskets.
Started last year before conference kind of slow. How do you look to avoid a slow start like the 4-9 last year?
Well, we really are looking at this as an entirely different season. It's many of the same players, but we do feel like it's an entirely different team as well. We're not focused on last year's negative or last year's positives. Our focus has been very, very similar to our approach always, which is just prepare every day in practice. Once it is game time, do our best once we're out there for those 40 minutes. But we are treating this as an individual season, and this game is an individual game.
What do you feel like you've learned about your team over the last couple weeks of when you face different opponents and stuff like that?
I've learned one thing is we have a long way to go still, but I also feel like we've made progress from the end of last year till now. I think we've made progress throughout the summer on the court, in the weight room. I think everybody is on the same page with the overall idea that our goal is to be the best we possibly can and be the best we possibly can late in the year. We have big-time dreams and goals as a team, and I think everybody is willing and able to put away or put aside at a secondary level their individual goals and dreams. And to be a great team, you have to be able to do that.
Is that something, when you talk about the individual goals, is that something you have to really stress to that group, or does this group, do they kind of, could you get the feeling they kind of push those aside pretty quickly?
Well, you've heard me say many times, I do think we have a group of high character guys, but human nature, whether it's me or you or any player in college basketball, wants to do well. They want individually to succeed, and I want players like that. I want kids that are driven, that want to do their best. But again, those need to be secondary to our team goals, and that's something we do stress, and I think it's important to stress with just about any team. And I will say that our team doesn't fight back with that. They understand that it is team first, and they're certainly bought into that concept.
How's the health of the team going into the year? Pretty good so far?
Yeah, little bumps and bruises and things. Certainly, this time of the year with practices day in, day out, there are some little bumps and bruises, but for the most part, I think we'll have everybody ready to go. At least that's the plan right now.
Bruce Pearl said that you guys are more talented probably across the board than them and Alabama both. Does that sort of, you take that as a compliment, and does that sort of, attest to, where your program is and where you built it to?
Well, we are proud of what we've done and what we're building here. We haven't won a game this year, so I'm not overly excited or jumping up and down about what we've done this year. I don't think that's going to be his message to his team. I'm sure they're going to come out very, very aggressive, and I know that. But in terms of our team, I do think there's a level of respect within our program right now and around the community for our program because of the kind of kids we've recruited, and obviously because of the success we had last year. Again, we're 0-0 this year and haven't done a darn thing, and so we're fully aware that to earn that respect in the future, we have to produce on the court. There are a lot of new faces. I certainly have the scouting report and learning everything we can. There's a limited amount of film that we can watch, and there are so many new faces that it is difficult. We'll look at past seasons and tendencies that Coach Pearl has done in the past, but they are gifted. Obviously, we played against Canty when he was at Marshall, and he's a good player, so that'll be a challenge. And inside, they have two players that I consider high-level players, and then they've put a group of newcomers around them. So I do consider them a very talented team. We already know they're going to play hard. The atmosphere is going to be great, so I'm looking forward to a high-level game, and I hope that we participate at a high level.
It seemed like the second, I guess, unit you would call it that you put in last Friday, their chemistry was great together. Is that something you're comfortable doing, sending them all in at once, just doing a 5, switching 5 and putting a new 5 in, or what are you trying to do?
Yeah, I'll do that from time to time. I would say for the most part, the substitutions will be more 1 or 2 at a time. I do think that we have good chemistry in our team, but it's not necessarily just the starting 5 or second 5. We'll do a lot of times in practice where we'll take 2 guys off the, again, second team's just not the right word for it, but the guys that are not starters, and we'll put them in there, and we'll mix and match all the time. And so I think there is a lot of chemistry, but it's not second 5 or first 5. It's really throughout the team. And it will, every game we'll find out, which guys are playing well, which lineups are clicking, and make adjustments from there.
Just doing what Coach asks us to do, sticking to the game plan. I think a lot of times when teams get too far ahead of themselves is they try to do too much and forget the game plan that they've had. So just sticking to the game plan and knowing basketball is a game of runs. If they get up, if we get up, we just have to stay composed and ready to take the next punch or deliver the next punch.
I was asking Coach about, he says you guys are very selfless, high character kids. You're not out to get yours, basically. Tell me about that approach that you guys have where, everybody seems to be, if you score 4 points and win, it's a lot better than scoring 25 points and losing.
Yeah, everybody on this team wants to win. And at the end of the day, that's the team you want to play on, as a team who we don't really care about the accolades and who gets everything. It's more about winning the game. So if I do score 4 points or 24 points, at the end of the day, as long as we win, I'll be happy.
So like last week, the bench came in and picked, you got 3 guys had 16 points. How'd that make you feel seeing that?
Oh, fantastic. That gives us hope for the rest of the year, knowing if our starters are down, if I'm not playing well, Nick, then we have pieces that can come in and deliver and give us a positive push. I think so. Especially as a team, we're really excited for this, but we've put together, Coach Haase has put together a team that's been through a very tough stretch in non-conference last year and then in the NCAA tournament and conference tournament. So we've been in situations where the atmosphere is going to be similar. So I think that is a bonus for us and helps us a little bit.
So you feel like there will be, it's the first game of the season, nerves, but just in general, all these guys are ready for something like this?
Yeah, there always is going to be nerves, and especially with this type of game, you're always going to be a little antsy, but I think we are ready and we've been prepared and been through enough wars to fight this one out.
Just experience has helped a lot, and especially going through a lot of it with all these guys back, just relying on them when things go the way we don't plan, and just relying on each other and our coaches just to keep our head focused and in the right direction.
It seems like you're playing with just a higher level of confidence, especially offensively versus last year. How confident are you in taking more shots this year, and are they wanting you to take more shots?
Yeah, I worked hard this offseason, gained some weight. Just the success from the entire team from last year is carried over to this year, giving me more confidence. The guys, the coaches are giving me more confidence, and I'm just feeding off them. And we always talk, you got to be willing to do whatever it takes for the team to win. And sometimes it'll take me to shoot a lot, and some games not even shoot the ball. So I'll do whatever it takes.
This team.
Very. Sometimes coaches get mad at us for being too passive. Because last year we struggled with a bad shot selection. It turned into guys passing up good shots. But you can always work from that. It's easier to talk guys into shooting than calm them down from stop shooting. So we got a good group of guys. We're all excited for Friday, and we'll be ready.
When you go into a game like this, do you feel like there's something to prove, or is that kind of past thing? We did this last year, everything like that. Is there something to prove or no?
I don't think there's something to prove. Of course, we want to win this game. It's real exciting to open up first regular season game against Auburn, in-state rival. I think it'll be fun for us and the fans and the whole state of Alabama.
What are you guys looking to? I mean, obviously you need to do everything well, but what's the main thing you guys are looking to focus on Friday in order to come out of there with a win?
Just play our game. Like Coach said when he was talking, take care of the ball, whatever defense they throw at us. And then on offense, just executing what we've been working on all summer, all preseason. And if we do that and play hard, I think we'll be in a lot of games this year, especially Friday.